Hi, this is Laurence Russell from Satellite Evolution Group here at Asia Tech Singapore. I'm here with Vaibhav Magow from Hughes. Vaibhav, how's the show going?
We're really excited to be here. After 2.5 years now, nobody's been meeting each other, so it's really great to be at a show. Especially this is the biggest show for Asia, and finally getting a good set of people coming in. It's great. We were a little worried initially that would people turn up, but looking at the crowds coming today, really excited. We're looking forward to this event. Really.
Absolutely terrific. How do you see capacity demand in the APAC region?
So, Asia Pacific through the pandemic has had very interesting demand for satellite capacity. Governments have come out and spent a lot of money to what we call as a digital divide programs, and they have actually used satellite to help connect clinics, schools, satellite backhauling, LTE backhauling. So actually help get internet out to people who don't have any access, so that they can make it through this pandemic. And it's been great because a lot of capacity has been used by the governments. Now, on the other hand, as we are in 2022 today, there are lots of areas where capacity is hard to find as well. So we see demand in the market, but we also see a supply shortage in the market. So this has kind of created a quite a unique situation for the Asia Pacific market. People who have capacity are definitely in a good position, and people who don't have that capacity have to wait till something else comes in. So I think it's opportunistic because next year onwards, a lot of the high throughput satellite capacity is coming in now. And I think that's going to bring in the next wave of growth for the region. So the last 2-3 years have been exciting. A little bit of challenges right now in the market. Some places have it, don't. But I think into 2023, we're starting to see a lot of launches taking place. This year, Measat 3D is going to go up, and there are lots of other HDR satellites lined up. So I think that's going to bring in a good amount of capacity into the region.
In that vein, what is the productivity potential of bridging the digital divide in Asia?
I think it will continue to be the dominant capacity filler for some time. In this pandemic, the enterprise industry and the corporates have suffered a lot. I think the appetite to put in a lot of money or do big programs is definitely going to be a little bit subdued till they're able to come out of the pandemic clean. But in the meantime, I think the government's stepping in the right way in most countries, wherein they realize that this is the time when people need internet in remote areas. You can't work, you can't school, you can't live without internet today. And in the pandemic, it's even harder to keep the rural economy going. And it's not necessarily only rural areas. There are lots of gap areas as well, which are not really rural. All in all, the government is we feel, will be the dominant spender going forward. So I think there's a lot of runways yet for the next 2 years as yet for the digital divide program. So you'll hear more of these coming out for the next 2 years.
So talking about these solutions, what can you tell us about your upcoming multi-spot beam HDS system?
So, one of the things that we're now very excited about is the fact that not only are we getting the high throughput satellite capacities coming in, but we also have the LEO constellations coming in. And what Hughes is promoting is its active comms ecosystem, which is a multi-orbit solution for telcos, governments, wherein we're trying to tell them that, look, you would in the future are going to have these hybrid networks, right? Wherein you would want capacity at a very good price, and that's going to come from GEO. But you would also want low latency, which will come in from the NGSO systems. And Hughes has the ability to give you solutions where you can have this hybrid mix in it. So our high throughput satellite ground system is going to be a very key enabler in bringing this kind of capability to the customers, to the governments, and it's also going to bring in a lot of flexibility. There is a lot of talk in the market today, and if you were to ask all the satellite operators or manufacturers of satellites, software-defined satellites are getting very exciting. People are very excited to bring them in. I think that's going to be probably the dominant satellites that are going to get launched into geostationary orbits. That's going to be the kind of systems that Hughes has great technology coming out for this multi-spot beam capability. We have a very flexible system, and it's going to give a lot of capability to these operators to light up these satellites in a very cost-effective manner, and then give them that flexibility that software-defined satellite gives them. They figure out where the markets are, where are the paying customers, where the demand is, and then also help them kind of move that around in the region as the demand keeps shifting every 2 or 3 years. So we're very, very excited to bring this technology to market, and we're talking to most of the operators who are looking this way, talking to them as to how they can incorporate this into their plans, etc. So very exciting times for us.
Vaibhav, thank you very much for your time.